Yeah, no one's joined yet. All right, looks like we got at least one person that's joined, so we'll go ahead and get the live started. 2 people have joined. Let's get the live started. As promised yesterday in my day 62 post-spine surgery update, I mentioned that I'd be doing another live when I got to the gym this morning. So I'm here a little later than usual just because it's not a typical week with it being the New Year's, so I'm not up at the normal 4:15, 4:30. But today, like I mentioned in my video, going to be doing just kind of a progress update with my push-ups. So for those of you who do not follow regularly, I went to a physical therapist and had some restrictions lifted, and we're told some exercises that I can reintroduce into my workout plan as long as I'm safe about it, and one of them was push-ups. So over the past 2 months or so since my injury, my chest has atrophied on the right side, my tricep is atrophied on the right side, and so I've lost a lot of strength, but I'm now permitted to go ahead and do push-ups, and I did these a couple days ago and was shocked by the outcome. Prior to my injury, I could do 100 in a row if I was fresh. I'm not saying it was easy, but I could do it. Now I could only do 5 max. So we're gonna see what progress looks like after a couple days of this, and just show you guys what the progress looks like. Looks like we got a comment from Violet Danez, 8507. You all right now? Yeah, I'm better. I definitely look different than I used to. I feel different than I used to, but I'm definitely on the route for progress. What is that? Spamton 499 Big Shot. Appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see. Ann Baker, hello. Don't worry, I will like. Yeah, I appreciate that. As a matter of fact, anybody who's watching, please like it. It definitely helps get the attention here on my channel. And then let's see, we got Angel and George Wanji. Probably said that wrong. Said hi. Hey, thank you for joining. And then someone spammed in. You said, "Yes, said ye." All right, appreciate that. I don't know. You're hitting me with some things I probably don't know. I'm an older guy now, so probably some slang I don't know. Ye is, I guess, a good thing. I'll assume so. Let's try the push-ups. Got my wife here in the background. She always joins me in these workouts, but she's camera shy, so she's not going to say much. Let's go ahead and try the first set of push-ups. Like I said, I was only able to get 5 when I did this 2 or 3 days ago, so I'm really hoping I can get a little bit more now. We'll see. Let's try it out. Definitely feeling a lag on the right side where I'm atrophied. It's definitely delayed. There's 4. If I get 1 more, I'm still on pace with last time. I want to do more than that though. There's 5. Okay, there's 6. I'm gonna try for one more, but I gotta be careful because I can feel me trying to strain in the neck. Obviously, I don't want to end up re-injured. 7. Okay. 7. All right, 7. That's progress, of course. But I can feel myself starting to tighten and strain in the neck. And after visiting my physical therapist, that was one of the things that he warned me on. He said, you know, if you start to feel the neck strain or you start to feel that you're really struggling, don't keep pushing it. Don't, run the risk of injuring yourself again. It's not worth it. So I want to get stronger. 7 reps definitely means I'm getting stronger, so that's good news. But I don't want to. That's the wife whistling in the background. Can't take off her shirt around here without being an object. Anyways, I don't want to strain and end up re-injured. So I'm good with the 7. That's 2 more than I was able to do last time when I'm fresh. I'll just have to slowly rebuild from there. So let me track my progress real quick here, and then we'll try for another set. All right. What else we got here? I'm gonna subscribe. Oh, thanks, Angel and George Wanji. I think I said that wrong, but a lot of letters in that name. Thank you for subscribing. Guys, I've been stuck at around 298 to 299 subscribers. I'd love to kick it past that 300 threshold. So anybody who wants to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. All right, we got someone else here. We got Maria Mora, 1I3U, says hi. Hey, how's it going? I think I saw you in the last one. So thanks again for jumping in. All right, we got 3 viewers on right now. Some people have left. I guess I'm boring them, or they're unimpressed with my 7 push-ups, but that's okay. I'm doing this for anybody who's interested, and certainly for me. So, got a little bit of a rest now. Let me go ahead and shoot for, let's see, last time I did 5, then I got knocked down to 4 after that, so I definitely want to hit more than 4. But if I got 7 on the last set, sorry, I was looking at my stats for the previous day I did push-ups, if I was confusing anyone. But I want to definitely do more than 5 again. But I hit 7 on the last set. Let's see if I can get close to that. I don't know if I'll be able to hit that again, but we're going to try. All right, set number 2. Don't want to strain the neck. There's 1. Nice and controlled. Want time under tension, under those muscles, especially on the right side where it's lagging. I can feel the right side dipping. There's 4. 5. 6. All right. Set number 2 got 6. I'm okay with that. That's progress from last time. Looks like Maria Mora said bye. Guess you're leaving. Thanks for stopping by. Down to 1 more. Looks like we got 1 more viewer right now. Everybody else has gone in and out. Hey, feel free to ask some questions if you got any. I'm happy to answer them. It's been today's day 63 since my spine surgery. It's been a challenging road, that's for sure, but I'm happy to answer any questions about what the injury was like, what the surgery was like, the recovery process. I'm a dad of 5, got a crazy demanding job, so it has definitely been an interesting ride going through this. I could answer any questions if you got any while I'm resting between sets here. Drinking my black coffee. That's my usual pre-workout, nothing fancy. If I'm really tired, I'll use an actual pre-workout, but not typically. All right, set number 1, I got 7, which is progress. Set number 2, I got 6. I'm gonna shoot for set number 3 now. If I can get 6 again, I'd be happy with that. Let's see what I can do. All right. One, 2, good. 3, feeling stronger on the right side than I was 2 or 3 days ago. 4, 5, 6. All right. 6 reps on the 3rd set. That right side is feeling really strange. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this video too and see if I notice anything that maybe looks off that I can't immediately tell by doing the exercise. If you guys notice something that seems off, let me know. I kind of feel like maybe I'm flaring out my right elbow a little bit more and trying to compensate using other muscles. It's kind of challenging to tell because I don't have the feeling in my right pec and my right tricep the way I normally would prior to my injury. So the right side could just feel different because it's recovering. That's where the nerve was pinched. Or it feels different because I'm doing something wrong, but I'm just having trouble noticing specifically what it is without looking at myself doing the exercise. So I'll watch the video back later and see if I notice, but if you guys are watching and you see something that looks weird and looks off, drop it in the comments, let me know. All right, so let's see. We're just gonna do 5 sets of this push-ups. The progress on these push-ups. So we got first set, did 7. Second set, I was able to get 6. Third set, I was able to get 6. Let's see what I can get for the 4th set. So 2 more sets before I finish this exercise. Appreciate everybody who's on the live watching. And finds this to be interesting. You know, I hope to one day get back to being able to do 100 push-ups in one sitting. It's a long, long road. I don't remember. I mean, I started working out when I was about 14 years old, so I can't recall whenever I would struggle on, 5, 6, and 7 push-ups like I am currently post-injury. But I'm sure it was there. It was just many, many years ago. So I'm not sure at this age if I can get back to being able to do 100, but obviously you got goals for a reason, so I'm going to try. I'd be happy if I could just get 50 in one setting. That'd be cool. All right, let's go for set number 4. Set 1 was 7, set 2 and 3 were 6. Set 4, I put a little bit of extra rest time there, so maybe I can hit another 6. Or maybe I hit enough to get 7. Like I said, if you guys see anything on the right side that looks different, feels different for me, but again, it's because I'm dealing with the injury. That's where the impact of the injury mostly is, or the effects of the injury, that affect my right pec, my right tricep. So it's possible it just feels weird. If you guys are noticing something different with my form, don't be shy. Feel free to critique. Ooh. All right. One. 3. 4. I'm going to try to slow down when I lower. Make sure I really put that muscle under tension. There's 5. All right, I'm really going to try with this next one. 6. Yeah, something with my balance feels really, really off. One of my feet were kind of coming off the ground. Let's see, which one was it? I think it was my left foot. So something's off balance. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video. Let's see what it is I notice. All right. So put a little bit of rest time in between this very last set, which will make 5 sets. Go ahead and show you guys some of the effects of this atrophy here on camera. Get a good angle here. So straight on, you know, it's kind of hard to tell if there's too much of a difference with my pecs. My left pec here, this is the healthy one. It's the one that didn't have any issues with the nerve. The right one here, this is the one that did have issues. So while we're resting, I'll just kind of talk through it real quick. This side's super solid. When I flex it, it's tight. This side, it's full. This side here, I'm starting to get some flexion in it, but it's kind of soft. When I push into it, there's a muscle in there, especially down here. The upper pec is where there's definitely a struggle, but it doesn't get quite as tight as the left side. I move to the side, this is where you really can tell the difference. You can see left pec is definitely more full, more muscular, more strong. Left side hangs down just a little bit, it's lower. It's definitely not as full, not as big. That's kind of the struggle I'm dealing with. So if I try to flex both at the same time, there's kind of the difference you're seeing. Nice, good flexion on the left, not so much on the right. The arms are a little bit harder to tell, especially in a setting like this. Left side looks good. Tricep nice and strong. Right side, a little bit smaller. I'm dealing with about an inch smaller on the right than on the left. So when you do a push-up, it's the pecs and the triceps that are engaged to help you get that exercise complete. So whenever I'm doing these push-ups, I feel like I'm kind of falling over on this side a little bit. All right, we're gonna do one more set and then that's gonna conclude for this live. Appreciate all you guys who've jumped on. If you haven't liked it yet, please like it. It definitely helps helps the algorithm, helps push the content out to anybody else who's interested. If there's things I haven't covered before I get off, I'll look and see if there's any questions. Happy to answer them. But like I said, like, subscribe, share with some folks after this. Let's get to it. Let's get to the last set. So I put a little bit more rest time in between for this last set. Let's see if I can get 7 like I did in the very first set, since I put some extra rest time in. Dipping on the right side, I feel it. Try not to strain my neck. I don't want to go back into an injury. 4. 5. Let's see if I can get one more. I'm feeling the shakes, especially in that muscle that's atrophied. Yeah, 6 is as good as it's gonna get. All right. So set 1 was 7. Set 2, 3, 4, and 5. I got 6. I'll count that as a win because it was better than the first time I did this after getting restrictions lifted. So that's a success. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my my exercise here today, my session in the gym. Shoot me a comment on any of my videos. If there's things you want to see, questions you have, ask it. I'd love to answer it. But thank you guys for all jumping in and joining. That concludes for this live. Have a good one.